Hello lovelies and welcome back to my channel. My name is Becky and today I'm going to be showing you some of my favourite new gardening books. Now if you enjoy this video, do make sure you subscribe, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below, so that really helps out my channel. So these books I'm going to show you today are books I got at Christmas time. I also gifted myself some of these books as well. I do love gifting myself books and I'm really excited by the collection that I've got. They're really inspiring and I'm excited to show you. So the first book that I got was one that I had heard so much about and I was really excited to delve into it, and it is Wild About Weeds by Jack Wallington. Now what I like about this book is it's got quite a new approach to gardening, garden design, in that it uses, I think it's 50 commonly found weeds, and Jack Wallington shows you what's good about them in terms of texture, structure, and how you could incorporate them into your garden. I just found it completely fascinating. I loved that he sort of opens our eyes to things like red clover, buttercups, cat's ear, and he also divides this up into sections as well. So there is weeds for colourful sunny borders, weeds for dry and poor soils, weeds for meadows, weeds for shady borders, etc. So there's plenty of ideas no matter what kind of garden you have. And yeah, it's a really fantastic book, really eye-opening and one for every gardener. So when I was browsing through Amazon, I could not decide between these two books. The first one is Rewild Your Garden by Frances Tophill, and the second is Wild Your Garden by the Butterfly Brothers. Now when I saw these books, obviously they're both about rewilding your garden and they have similar overlaps obviously, but I ended up getting them both and I'm really glad I did because they are very different. So Frances Tophill kind of approaches the rewilding from the perspective of more of a beginner gardener or someone who has really no concept of rewilding. And I actually find that quite nice. It's a good refresher. She also has lots of ideas for projects, and as a huge bonus, this book is beautifully illustrated. I'll just show you some of the pictures. Section on pathways. So she's got like projects, for example, how to make a living roof, and it is just lovely. I think this would make a fantastic Mother's Day gift actually, or a Father's Day gift. So if you are on the hunt for something like that, definitely Rewild Your Garden by Frances Tophill would be glorious. I think it's gorgeous. The illustrations in it just make it like a beautiful gift book, but it's full of really good info as well, especially for like a beginner gardener, but also someone who's new to the concept of rewilding. Now, the Butterfly Brothers, I actually haven't heard about them before, but I really enjoyed this. I felt like this went into a little bit more depth. There are sections on assessing your space, trees and shrubs, including native hedgerow, which you all know I adore, coppice belt, wild fence, then there's a section on ponds, another section on nectar borders, then meadows, and then another section on welcoming more wildlife. So looking at things like dry stone walls, a log wall. So I felt like this went into a bit more depth, which I liked. It's also beautifully done inside. It's got a lot more photos in this one, and it was a really charming read. I've read quite a lot of this already. It's given me some ideas and I think it is fantastic. A lovely book, and definitely if you've got your eye on both, I think they're both great, to be honest. Now the next two books are again quite similar, and they are so beautiful. These are kind of inspiration books. I got them for a few reasons. Firstly, I thought they'd make great props for my Instagram, not gonna lie, but also I really want to get into nature journaling more this year, and I wanted a bit of inspiration. So the first book I got, and this I got in my stocking, was Wild Flowers of Britain Month by Month by Margaret Erskine Wilson. Now this is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be, and I have a feeling that if you buy this second hand, it is actually a bigger book, but I could be wrong. But look at these illustrations. They are so beautiful, and she goes through month by month what you can expect to see, and her botanical drawings are just stunning. Let's show you a wintry one. Where's August? Hold on. Oh, it's February. I just adore this book. I think it's so inspirational. Again, what a wonderful gift for someone who loves gardens and flowers. Very inspirational, and again I think this will be a good kind of inspiration for nature journaling. So I'm excited to pull this out every month and just have a look through it and yeah, just get inspired by it. In a similar vein is The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady by Edith Holden. This is another one I keep seeing all the time, and I thought it was about time that I got myself a copy. So just to show you June, it starts off with another beautiful illustration, a little bit of writing about the month. It's actually got like June mottos, and then it's actually a nature diary. So, oops. So you can see the writing there and then the corresponding pictures. Again, wonderful if you're interested in the concept of doing your own nature diary or nature journal. And this is again such a classic. Very, very beautiful, and would also give you an idea of plants that you could see when you're out on your nature walks. Just beautiful. And I picked this one up secondhand through Amazon and I love it. I am very, very happy that I finally own a copy. This book I also got for Christmas, and it's the Medicinal Forest Garden Handbook by Anne Stobart. Now this book really intrigued me because it has the concept of growing, harvesting and using healing trees and shrubs in a temperate climate. And some of you will know that actually this year we are doing an agroforestry project on our farm and we are planting lots of edible plants. So I'm trying to do as much research as I can on more of the unusual species and how to use them. And I also just sort of thought this was so much about what I feel like I'm doing at the moment. And I just really wanted to support Anne and also learn her viewpoint and sort of see what she's learnt doing it all. So I'll just give you a quick idea of what's in the book. Hold on, I will get the contents. So she has a little bit about designing a medicinal tree, shrub, garden, propagation, harvesting, herbal preparations, which would be like teas, tinctures, scaling up the harvest. And then there's this directory of trees. The ones that particularly piqued my interest were the Aronia, so the black chokeberry, the Oregon grape, Berberis aquifolium, silver birch. She also has more classic ones like hawthorn elder, sea buckthorn. She's got ash. What else does she have? Chaste tree, crampbark, dog rose, rosemary, raspberry, blackcurrant, Scots pine, myrtle, magnolia, sweet bay. So yeah, really great array. Lovely big photographs in the book. And this is Permanent Publications, which is a permaculture publication. I have quite a few of their books. I really enjoy them. They're always really informative and quite niche but really interesting. So I am going to be looking forward to digging into this. Another slightly niche book is this one, which is Garden Plants for Scotland. Now I was really excited when I saw this because I live on the very, very north coast of Ireland, so right at the top, and we are very close to the sea and we do not have a southern UK climate. We are very much coastal, exposed, colder, our seasons are shorter. And when I first moved up here to the farm, I had so many visions of like beautiful cottage gardens and growing beautiful plants, and actually it's taken me quite a long time to realise that's not going to happen because we're just too exposed, and it probably won't be until I'm so much older that I can really do that, because I need to grow trees first, I need to grow shrubs and hedges, and that's been actually quite hard to deal with as someone who loves gardens. But it's also an interesting challenge, and one of the things I sort of found is actually there was not a lot of information out there for people who do live in slightly colder climates. And so when I came across this, I thought, wow, this would be perfect. And basically what it is it's a plant directory that gives you the details of the plant, a few tips on it, growing recommendations and that kind of thing, but all on plants that are suited to the Scottish climate. And also, you know, we can actually see Scotland from here, so I felt like that was perfect. Okay, so we're almost done. I've got 2 more books. Now these are books that are for children, but they are fantastic. So I'm excited about this. I've got 2 little boys, so this is why I've got these. But the first one here is Grow Your Own Know It Almanac. Now this was actually a gift from Rupert's uncle, and it is so cool, and I wanted to show this to you in this video because I think it would make a fantastic gift. It's amazingly illustrated. It is an Irish book, so it does talk about Ireland a bit in it, and there's a little map of Ireland in it, just so you know if you're not from Ireland. But it is written in English, don't worry. So we've got the month, and then it's got like a little breakdown of each day, and it's got this is the map I was talking about. It's got like temperatures, what to expect for weather, little tips, things to harvest. It's then got a hero vegetable for each month. And then just again, like really interesting facts on things like carrots, beetroot, so on. Then it's got a section on growing carrots. And this is like replicated for each month, but with different vegetables. And then there's a guide to seasonal eating on the month, some recipes on the next page, and then it goes on to the next month. So really, really cool. I've just been loving this, and actually my toddler loves looking through this. He's almost 4 and he thinks this is amazing. And yeah, I love it too. I think it's a brilliant book, really great, because if you're someone who grows a lot of veg and has a garden but also has kids, they're so much part of it. I know my kids are always out with us there when we're sowing, when we're transplanting, when we're harvesting, and you know, I want them to know as much as we do. So I think this is a great find. Finally, this book isn't so much a gardening book, but I felt like it fitted in enough that I should show it in this video. And it is Children's Forest by Dawn Casey, Anna Richardson and Helen Dascody. And it's stories and songs, wild food, crafts and celebrations all year round. And it's so beautiful. It goes through the entire season and it gives you plants to look out for. I'll just show you. It's got stories. It's very forest school inspired. And then some crafts that are sort of based on seasons and seasonal celebrations. Another little craft. Mystery animal tracking. This is for January, I'm showing you. Clay lovebirds. Magic pouch. Plant law, so if for January it goes through nettle, who I love nettle a lot. It gives you ideas for nettle tea and nettle soup, and hazel, and then there's a little song as well. So this is just, I think, a really gorgeous book. Also goes through some of the animals like the swan, the hind, and then it moves on to spring and it talks about spring. So it sort of has that repetition throughout the book, and I just thought this was so beautiful. If you're interested in nature and children and yeah, celebrating the seasons with kids, this is a beautiful book. Really love it. I've been dipping in and out of it. My children are still quite young, so some of the things are a little bit old for them, but I love it. It's actually inspired me quite a lot, so I thought I would share it in this video. Okay, so that's all the books I've got to show you today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like I said before, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe and leave a comment if you did enjoy this video, because it makes a big difference to the channel. Plus, I love to see that you enjoyed the video or what your thoughts were. Also, let me know if you have received any good gardening books recently, because I'd love to know. I'm always on the lookout for really good gardening books, especially at this time of year when it's snowing outside and it's cold, and I think we all need a little bit of inspiration through a really good gardening book. So I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye!